Dear students, in this video lecture, we will be discussing overall heat transfer coefficient and fouling factor of heat exchangers. Okay, now we are going to discuss about overall heat transfer coefficient for a tube flow. This overall heat transfer coefficient is represented by the letter U. Okay, and consider this is for a, we are going to find out the overall heat transfer coefficient for a tube flow. This we already discussed in the first module. So consider this as a tube, and inside the tube we are having hot fluid, and outside cold fluid is present. Taking the properties of hot fluid and cold fluid, HI, heat transfer coefficient of hot fluid. So inside the heat transfer coefficient of this hot fluid is HI, and outside the heat transfer coefficient of this cold fluid is HO, and the inner radius of this tube is represented by Ri, and the outer radius of this tube is represented by Ro, and inside area, surface area of this tube is, if the length of tube is L, if L is the length of tube, the inside surface area of this tube is 2 pi RIL, and outside surface area of this tube is 2 pi ROL. So if we draw a thermal resistance network diagram, so inside we are having a resistance 1 by convective resistance, that is convective resistance is equal to 1 by H into surface area. So here 1 by HI into 2 pi RIL, and here it is conductive resistance for a tube log Ro by Ri divided by 2 pi KL. K is the conductivity of this material. So material is having a conductivity of K, and outside this thermal resistance, outside this fluid, the thermal resistance is 1 by HO 2 pi ROL. So this is the total resistance of this system, and we are going to find out what is the overall heat transfer coefficient. So this overall heat transfer coefficient gives the heat transmitted per unit area, per unit time, per degree temperature difference between the bulk fluid on each side of the metal. We are using this terminology, or the overall heat transfer coefficient, when bulk fluid is present on each side of the metal. So for that, so that means convection and conduction is taking place simultaneously. Then we can write the heat transfer equation for this flow as Q is equal to delta T by R total. Q is equal to delta T by R total. So inside the temperature, I am taking the inside temperature as TH and outside temperature as TC. This is inside temperature, TC is outside temperature. So I can rewrite this equation as, instead of delta T, I can put TH minus TC divided by R total is equal to 1 by HI 2 pi RIL plus log Ro by Ri 2 pi KL plus 1 by HO 2 pi ROL. So in terms of overall heat transfer coefficient, I can represent this same Q as U into A into delta T. So while discussing the heat transfer analysis in heat exchanger, we describe about this overall heat transfer coefficient. So Q can be represented as U into A into delta T. So delta T is Ts minus Tc, the temperature difference between the bulk fluid present inside and outside of this tube. So what is this UA? So UA can be, this can be based on inner surface, that is based on inner surface area, UI AI delta T or U naught A naught delta T. So actually we will be having two types of overall heat transfer coefficient. One is based on inner surface area, another is based on outer surface area. So I am going to substitute each value here. So first I am going to put Ui delta T for this Q. So Q, I am rewriting Q as Ui AI. What is AI? AI is the inner surface area. So instead of AI, I am just putting Ui 2 pi RIL is equal to TH minus TC divided by delta T. Here the delta T is there. So I'm just putting delta T here. Okay, delta T here. Okay, Q is equal to Ui 2 pi RIL delta T. So TH minus TC again I am putting delta T. So delta T divided by 1 by H 2 pi RIL plus log RO by RI 2 pi KL plus 1 by HO 2 pi ROL. Okay, and what is this Ui? Delta T get cancelled. So what is Ui then? Ui is equal to 1 by 2 pi Ri. 1 by 2 pi RIL into 1 by HI into 2 pi RIL. So 1 by HI 2 pi RIL into 2 pi RIL. So what is remaining? 1 by HI is remaining. So here plus 2 pi RIL. So I am taking 2 pi RIL into this side, that is numerator. So 2 pi RIL into log RO by RI divided by 2 pi KL. That is 2 pi RIL divided by 2 pi KL. 2 pi cancel. RI will be there. L will be cancelled. So RI and K will be there. So this is RI by K log RO by RI plus 1 by H naught 2 pi RI. 2 pi L cancel. So RI by RO. So this is the overall heat transfer coefficient based on inside area. So similarly, we can find out the overall heat transfer coefficient UO 2 pi ROL delta T is equal to delta T by 1 by HI 2 pi RIL plus log RO by RI by 2 pi KL plus 1 by HO 2 pi R naught L. So taking 2 pi R naught L into this side, delta D cancel. So U naught you will be getting as 1 by here 2 pi R naught 2 pi RIL. So what is remaining? 1 by HI RO by RI plus RO by K log R naught by RI plus 1 by H naught. So this is UO. So UI and UO. So this is overall heat transfer coefficient for inner surface, and this is for outer surface, and this UO into AO is equal to UI into A. If you multiply, because UI into A, if you cancel from this equation, if you cancel delta T, UI into A is equal to U naught into A naught. So this is all about the overall heat transfer coefficient for a two flow. Okay. Next topic is fouling factor. In a heat exchanger, during the normal operation, the tube surface gets covered by deposits of ash, soot, dirt and scale, etc. The phenomenon of rust formation and deposit of fluid impurities in heat exchanger is called fouling, or it is also known as scaling. So due to this, the thermal resistance of heat exchanger is increased, and eventually the performance of heat exchanger lowers. And the effect of scale on heat flow is considered by specifying its heat transfer coefficient. So the value of HS is used to specifying the effect of fouling on this heat exchanger. So HS can be represented in two types. That is, first one is HSI. So HSI is the heat transfer coefficient of scale deposit inside of which is forming inside of heat exchanger, and HSO is heat transfer coefficient of scale deposit forming outside of heat exchanger. So the thermal resistance by this scaling or by the fouling is represented as RSI, that is 1 by AI into HSI. AI is the inside area, surface area, and RSO is the resistance caused by this scaling, and RSO is equal to 1 by A naught into HSO. A naught is the outside surface area, and the reciprocal of scale heat transfer coefficient, that is HS, is called fouling factor. So fouling factor is equal to the reciprocal of HS, that is RF is equal RF. The fouling factor RF is equal to 1 by HS. Total resistance is RS, and here this is 1 by HS. So here 1 by HS is known as fouling factor. So that is RS is equal to fouling factor divided by area. The fouling factors are determined experimentally by testing the heat exchanger in both the clean and dirty condition. Then the fouling factor RF is defined as we will find out the total overall heat transfer coefficient in dead condition and overall heat transfer coefficient in clean condition, and we will minus 1 by U dirty minus 1 by U clean. You will get the RF, the fouling factor. So if you consider this fouling factor, this is the tube, and inside the tube hot fluid is flowing and outside cold fluid is there, and inside the properties of hot fluid as heat transfer coefficient inside HI, and outside HO cold fluid. HO is the heat transfer coefficient, and here we are going to consider the scale formed in inside and outside, so that in resistance the scale, due to that this is the first resistance, that is convective resistance 1 by AI into HI, and this is the resistance by the scale formed inside 1 by AI into HSI, and here this is the conduction resistance by the material of 2 log RO by RI by 2 pi KL. Again here outer surface also we are considering some scale formation, and the resistance is given by 1 by A naught into HSO, and outside fluid is present, so that resistance is 1 by A naught into HO, 1 by AO into HO, and the total heat transfer is equal to delta T by R total. So delta T is equal to inside temperature minus outside temperature divided by 1 by AI HI plus 1 by AI HSI plus log RO by RI by 2 pi KL plus 1 by AO HSO plus 1 by AO HO, not HSO. This is only HO is here. Okay. Now we are going to find out the overall heat transfer coefficient. So Q can be represented at Q is equal to UI into AI, UI into AI delta T or Ti minus T naught. So AI, I am putting AI as 2 pi R I L into delta T, Ti minus TO is equal to Ti minus TO divided by 1 by AI 2 pi RIL HI plus 1 by HS. I am putting a 1 by HS as RF. This is RFI divided by 2 pi RIL plus log RO by RI by 2 pi KL plus 1 by 2 pi ROL into RFO plus 1 by 2 pi ROL HO. And now I can cancel this Ti minus TO, and I'm taking this 2 pi RIL into the side. So UI is equal to 1 by 2 pi RIL, so 1 by HI plus R of I plus Ri by K log Ro by Ri plus Ri by Ro Rfo plus Ri by Ro 1 by H naught. So this is the overall heat transfer coefficient if we consider the scaling. So this is the overall heat transfer coefficient based on inside area. So similarly for outside area we are getting, if you calculate UO 2 pi ROL, okay, then we can write it is 1 by RO by RI into 1 by HI plus RO by RI R of I plus R naught by K into log RO by I plus R of O plus 1 by H naught. So this is the overall heat transfer coefficient based on outer surface. So if we, in our in practical cases, the tube is thin walled and the thermal resistance due to the tube wall thickness and scale formed are neglected. So in practical cases, in the most of the cases, we are considering the thickness of this tube is very thin, very less, and the thermal resistance due to the tube wall thickness is very less, and the thermal resistance due to the scaling is also very less. So we can neglect the thermal resistance which is offered by the material, that is log Ro by Ri, and the thermal resistance offered by the scaling, that is R5 and Rfo, and here Ri by Ro or Ro by Ri. Since the thickness is very small, we can take the Ro by Ri as 1. So what is remaining? So UO I can write now, neglecting all the other terms. Ro by Ri, since the thickness is very less, I can neglect, or Ro by Ri is equal to 1. So this is 1 by Hi plus Ro by Ri, R of I. We can neglect this R of I. This is scaling. If there is no scaling, we can neglect this R of I. And here log Ro by Ri. Ro by Ri 1, log Ro by Ri, that is log 1 is equal to 0. So this term is 0. And Rfo, we can again neglect this Rfo, and 1 by Ho. 1 by Ho. So this is U naught. Similarly, Ui, if you take Ui is equal to 1 by Hi plus 1 by Ho, all other terms can be neglected. So in practical cases or during the problem solving, we will take U as the overall heat transfer coefficient as 1 by Hi plus 1 by Ho. So this is the equation for overall heat transfer coefficient for a heat exchanger. After neglecting all other terms, you will be getting overall heat transfer coefficient as 1 by heat transfer coefficient of inside fluid and 1 by Ho. 1 by Hi plus 1 by Ho. This is the overall heat transfer coefficient for a heat exchanger. Okay.